Good people of YouTube, my name is Spanner and welcome back to another episode of Knights of the Old Republic. So, we were going to have a little chat with Jolie, but before I forget, gotta do one final upgrade. Let's see, the only green lightsaber that is equipped. Get the Mantle of the Force. And now Crystal, Rubat, and the next door. Wait, next door? I suppose these are Juhanis. I don't need crystals in these. I have these two, Bastila has this one. Oh, this is the one with the Mantle of the Force. So Rubat and next door. This one does not give me stuff though. Guess I don't have enough crystals for this. But yeah, that works. Okay, speaking of Jolie.
Got something on your mind, do you?
Why did you decide to come with me?
You got yourself a fast little ship. I'd forgotten what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an uller in mating season. Oh, frightful.
So you wanted a ride on my ship?
Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing?
No, seriously, tell me.
I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me otherwise. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a bantha.
Did you annoy this person endlessly too?
Oh, very funny. Is it my fault that some people are so easily annoyed? Like impatient little children with blasters. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Andor Vex was his name. The Force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was.
I never heard of him.
No, you wouldn't have. Sometimes swirling force is just swirling force. It gets us old Jedis excited at our age, so we go, ooh, destiny. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall.
Is there supposed to be some hidden meaning in this?
I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring.
How young are we talking?
Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand.
Andor killed Krat, I take it?
Of course he did. Haven't you been listening? It was not in the way you'd probably expect, though. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed, too, or those could have just been gurgling noises. Well, anyway. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing.
You're kidding.
Everyone panics and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you?
But how can we even be sure Andor was responsible?
What, are you kidding? What are the odds of that happening anyway? 1,000,000,000 to 1? You should do so well as to be sucked into the engine of some evil Sith Lord, you know. Andor was a hero. Sort of. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky. Shoo! Got something on your mind, dude?
Tell me about Sunry. How do you know him?
What? You think because I'm a hermit, I've always been a hermit? Just because I haven't seen Sunry for 20 years doesn't mean he's not a friend. The man could have changed a lot in that span of time, though. But to become a murderer, I can't see it. That's not the Sunry I know. He was a good man. Put me up in his home for a year back after I left the Order. War hero, too. Or so I hear. I wouldn't mind helping the fellow if we can. I owe it to him. Or you can be a young monkey lizard and ignore me, I guess. I don't expect much these days.
Okay, I guess we're done here. Party management story time complete. Let's move on to bigger and better things. So after Kashyyyk, I usually like to go to Manaan. Then we'll go to Tatooine and leave Korriban for last. So let's travel to Manaan. Manaan, doo. Here we go. Yeah, this is not necessary. This is not necessary. Time for another dream. And there's the star map. And there's Manaan.
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manaan is covered by nothing but vast oceans.
Maybe the land was once above the surface.
It is possible. The melting of polar caps or a cataclysmic earthquake could have buried the land beneath the waves eons ago. Records from that time are incomplete. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Alright, let's move out. Let's see, I think I'll bring Jolie and T3. Gotta do some leveling up first. Computer use, repair and security. That's cool. Oh, I haven't spent all the points. Have 2 remaining points. Guess we could go with... all the other ones are cross-class. Demolitions is 2 point cost, awareness 2 points. Fine, let's just go recommended. As long as we get computer use, repair, and security, we're fine. As for feats, Master Caution. We get bonus to the demolitions and stealth, and we don't really do we don't do much with these skills on this guy. I guess I'll go with 2-weapon fighting. No, I don't. I selected something I did not want. Dexterity. We got this one for free, so it's cool. And did I even get any new droid parts in Kashyyyk? I don't think so.
Yes?
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude.
Why do the Sith upset you so much?
Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manaan, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere.
Breaking the law?
Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith, and they enforce it very strictly. So we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe Kolto export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether.
What is Kolto?
You're joking, right? I'm sorry, but everyone knows what Kolto is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that Kolto is only found naturally on Manaan, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what Kolto bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites.
The Republic and Sith both stay here?
The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require?
Never mind, I must... Well, have you seen an ancient star map?
A star map? Like an ancient artifact or something? No, I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Never mind, I must go.
Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Okay. I guess Jolie wants to talk.
Got something on your mind, dude?
You never did actually say why you decided to come with me.
I never did I?
You know, I don't have to take you with me.
Of course you do. I know things, remember? You think you could make it around this part of the galaxy without me? But don't answer that. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on.
Move on to where?
To bed. I'm old and tired, you know.
No, really.
How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask?
You could do that on your own.
So I could. But not having a ship does tend to put a damper on that kind of idea, however. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued.
What interest do you have in my future?
Interest? Well, I certainly don't have a vested interest. Call it more idle curiosity. Your destiny is rather unclear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you. But, I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
No, tell me more of what you see.
Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. And that can't be all bad.
Nomi? Who's Nomi?
Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
So, you're along as some kind of observer?
Nonsense. If I ever refused to help you when you asked, how confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
Alright, old man. Let's see, this way there is nothing. This way there's a merchant. Greetings, human, and welcome to the Atto City Visitors Provisional Stand. We are here to provide visitors with all manner of indigenous treats and products produced right here on Manaan. We carry all manner of foods and provisions and have contacts with resellers across the world to provide you, the customer, with the best shopping experience possible. How is it that the Atto City Provisional Company can help you today? Let me see your inventory. Of course, the Atto City Visitors Provisional Stand is here to service you, the customer. What do you got? Not a lot. Let's sell some stuff. I don't need dark Jedi robes or all these combat suits. Might keep the Chani light armor. Can sell Davix. Don't really need it. Sell a bunch of this stuff. Sell a bunch of these lightsabers that we don't really need. I'll keep a double-bladed one for some reason. Get rid of all the blaster pistols. Can keep this one. Mandalorian Ripper. Get rid of bowcasters. We can keep Chundars. Keep my grenades. Get rid of all these standard energy shields. And we can keep the rest for now. Guess I could get rid of these data pads. And we'll keep the rest for now. Hey there, Nubasa. Greetings. Forgive me if this seems an odd question, Off-Worlder, but might you have any exotic species for sale? Nothing dangerous, mind you. Exotic species? What sorts of exotic species? Anything non-sentient and non-carnivorous will do, though creatures that are easy to manage are preferred. Is that understandable? No, I don't have anything for you. Well, if you do come across something potentially interesting, please remember me. My name is Nubasa. I hope to see you again. Oh, I know exactly why we need this guy. I remember. So, in this docking bay... Leaving Atto City Security Zone, cameras deactivated. No! It's a Sith, some Sith soldiers, nothing really interesting here. This door leads to... Well, it leads somewhere, that's for sure. There's no one hiding over there, just some security droids. Yes, yes, I got it. Just let me skip this at least. It's locked. Private Sith docking bay. Okay, I guess we're done in this area. Let's move on to the main city. Visitors area. Jolan Affet. Yeah? What do you want? Who are you? My name is Jolan. Just a traveling Pazak player with no... Okay, Spazak. Never mind. I gave up on that stupid game. Salkath Port Official. Welcome to Manaan. While you are here, I trust you will follow all the rules governing the activities of off-worlders. Don't worry, I'll follow the rules. There is a docking fee of 100 credits. You will have to pay this fee each time you dock on Manaan, or you will not be permitted into Atto City. Make it 50 credits and you got a deal. Oh, the amount of the fee is legislated by the Manaan Board of Trade and Tourism. I'm not at liberty to haggle on this matter. Fine. The Manaan Board of Trade and Tourism thanks you, Off-Worlder. Here is a visitor guide and map to the city. Refer to it should you have any questions. The gates of Atto City are now open to you. You may come and go as you please, so long as you do not leave the planet. If you do, you will have to pay the docking fee once more. Ah, Atto City. Let's check this place out. So just some Selkath, a traveler.
The whole swoop racing circuit for this sector is
Ooh, swoop racing. Selkath, Sith soldiers. No named NPCs in here. And this leads elsewhere. KOTOR Distribution Center. There's some Selkath Coordinator. I cannot sell you KOTOR unless you show me your purchase permit. Where can I get a purchase permit? One does not simply get a purchase permit. Such permits are brokered between intergalactic governments and the Atto City Export Authority. We do not sell unrefined KOTOR by the handful. We sell it by the ton. Go to a store if you wish to purchase KOTOR for personal use. I'll be going now. Good. I am far too busy to converse with the likes of you. Sith soldier, Republic. Okay. Nothing interesting here. West Courtyards. Oh, this is this entire area. Okay, let's head to the West Courtyard then.
Jolie, it is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Alora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
Okay, I take it that's Sunry's wife. There's a guard and a prison. Not sure I can go there yet. Republic negotiator and Ichani mercenaries.
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away.
Hey there.
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a Republic recruiting drive right now. I need to hire these mercenaries before they sign up with the Sith.
Why are you hiring mercenaries?
In case you hadn't noticed, there's a war on. If we don't hire these mercs, the Sith will. Now excuse me. I have to continue my recruitments.
Fine. Just a bunch of Selkath and a traveler. Diplomats and judges. Okay, I guess we'll have to head there. And what was up here? Human, I wish to speak to you if you have the time. Greetings, human. My name is Nilko Boas. I hope you are enjoying yourself here in Atto City. Our floating city is beautiful, is it not? It's truly a wonder to behold. You are too gracious, human. The beauty of Manaan is delicate. Our ecosystem is complex and fragile, and I fear for the preservation of my planet. What are you talking about? There is a task I would ask, human Jedi. I fear there is nowhere else I can turn. What do you want me to do? Rest assured, there will be ample reward for this human. I only require information, nothing more. The Republic has been hiring mercenaries, many more than usual. As an official of the Selkath people, this is of great concern to me. I only seek the reason for this change in Republic policy. Why do you need me for this? I cannot trust anyone else. The Republic obviously wants to keep their secrets. I have inquired often as to their purpose and been rebuffed. The Sith cannot be trusted to give me an accurate report of events. They will twist the truth so that it furthers their own goals. And the mercenaries are well aware of the high wages the Republic is paying. They would not report anything that might slow the flow of credits into their accounts. Uncover the truth behind the Republic's actions, and I will pay you 500 credits.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place it doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
Please, see if you can find the answers I seek. Find why the Republic is hiring so many mercenaries, find where they are going. Find why they do not return. I'll look into it for you, Nico. Once you discover some information, please come speak to me. Believe it or not, I am a friend of the Republic. Whatever the truth, I shall do my best to protect the Republic's interests. And those of the Selkath, of course. Okay, we've made it to Manaan. We got some quests, but for now, we must end the episode. So, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed another episode of Knights of the Old Republic, and I will see you all next time.